Alright, so what's up guys? Welcome back once again to another YouTube video. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget before you leave, click that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up for me. But anyway, as you guys know, I am in the middle of my prep series, so I want to do a few videos as we go through this journey on everything that's involved with getting shredded, getting into a lean condition, and everything that revolves around dieting, prep, and all sorts of things like that. So as you guessed by the title of this video, I'm going to not tell you about what to do about fat loss, but what not to do when it comes to fat loss. So tip number one. So the first tip I want to give you guys of what not to do when it comes to losing weight is too much high volume. Now when it comes to dieting, I see so many people change from doing heavy lifts to going to more high volume, where they're doing 30 to 40 repetitions on like 5 to 6 sets. Now this is not going to be the way forward to lose weight. The reason being is because you're just going to exhaust your central nervous system, you're just going to fatigue, and you're going to burn out, and you're just going to have no energy or output to be able to go 100% in your workouts. We're already going to be in a calorie deficit, so to kill yourself in your workouts with doing high volume is not the way to go. My best advice is always to do heavy lifts. The idea of being in a prep or dieting is we want to be as strong as possible throughout the whole journey of our dieting. Now this means going more lower volume and lifting heavier weights. I would suggest going anywhere from the 8 to 12 rep range, sometimes even 8 to 10 rep range, and try and make sure that every week you're even trying to increase your weights. The idea is we want to be strong as possible, sometimes even getting stronger. That's the aim. Tip number two. Why is it when it comes to dieting so many people think the answer is zero carbs? Stop with the zero carbs. Now when it comes to people dieting, so many people tend to go to zero carbs. Now zero carbs will make you lose weight, and it will make you lose weight very fast. But the downside of this is when you start to introduce carbs back into your diet, you're most likely to have a horrible rebound. This means that you're going to put that weight straight back on, and sometimes you'll even put further weight back on. Now we want to make a steady, slow progress when it comes to dieting. It's all about having a consistency over a long period of time. Losing weight in a fast, rapid period is not healthy for the body. So stop going to zero carbs. Studies have also proven that it does not matter what your diet looks like, whether it is a high carb diet, a low carb diet, a high fat diet, or high protein, whatever one it is, as long as your body is in a calorie deficit, you are still going to get the same results in the long run. So it doesn't matter if you have a high carb diet or if you have a low carb diet. As long as you're still in that calorie deficit, you are going to be losing weight. So instead of starving yourself and making you eat no carbs at all, eat the right recommended amount of carbohydrates that it takes for you to still keep full, have the energy, but still keep you in that calorie deficit. It's the better way to go. Tip 3. Too many shakes. I see so many people having 3 to 4 shakes throughout the day. Now I'm not talking about just these Herbalife shakes or these meal replacements. I'm talking about whey protein in general. Now whey protein is great to have in your diet. The bad thing about it is whey protein is very fast absorbing. This is great for post-workout. As soon as you finish your workout, get those amino acids straight in you to replenish the proteins that you've broken down and put your body back into an anabolic state. The downside of this is because it's so fast absorbing, you're very likely to be very hungry within 20 minutes of having that shake. So don't put your body in that situation where you're starving 20 minutes after having that shake. If you're having 3 to 4 shakes throughout the day, you're going to be very, very hungry after having those shakes. Fill your body with whole natural ingredients. Foods that will keep you full up for longer throughout the day, so you don't end up falling off your bandwagon. Tip 4. Tip number 4 is too much cardio. Now we all know the best resource for losing weight and burning more energy apparently is cardio. Endless hours on cardio burns calories, meaning we'll lose more weight. Now the downside about this is If you keep going on hours and hours on ends of cardio sessions, you're most likely going to lose a lot of muscle mass. We need stimulus. This means we need weight training. We need to be able to keep our muscles there while we're dieting. We're already in a calorie deficit as it is. As we're in the calorie deficit, we're going to be losing weight. Now, if we're doing endless hours of cardio on top of that, we're going to be needing to burn more energy. In the end, our body's going to be saying, I have no more energy. I need other sources of energy. Where can I get this energy from? I'm going to start using protein as my energy source. That way, we're going to start losing muscle mass. We don't want that to happen. We want to keep as much muscle mass as possible during our prep or during our dieting program. So do not do too much cardio. The main thing we want to focus on is stimulus weight training, making sure that we lift weights to be able to maintain our muscle mass. Tip 5. Now, tip number 5 of what not to do is rely on fat burners. Now, this one stresses me out so much because I hear it so often. Now, if you guys follow me on my Snapchat, I actually answered this question very recently. Now, I do a Q&A question on my Snapchat every single Monday and Friday. Now, if you guys want to follow and ask me questions on there, you can go follow me. My Snapchat is just there and you can ask me any single question you want to ask. It doesn't have to be fitness related, it can even be personal. So go add me up on Snapchat and get answering the questions. But anyway, let's get back to answering this tip. Now, the one thing that I always see people saying and doing is just getting fat burners and relying on fat burners to do the job. Now, if you are in a calorie surplus, no matter how many fat burner tablets you take, you will not lose weight. You have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. It is simple. It all comes down to calories in versus calories out. Now, we all know that, don't we? But it seems like I'm always answering this question. Stop relying on supplements and fat burners. Focus on the nutrition that you're intaking. Make sure you put yourself into a calorie deficit. When you get to a stage when you hit a plateau, then you can start using other resources, which will be your cardio, your weight training, HIIT, fasted cardio, fat burners, supplements, things like that. Those are your resources that you can use and chuck in there bit at a time. Don't just try and chuck all your resources in at one go, and don't just try and rely on the most easiest one straight away. You have to focus on the calorie deficit. You have to focus on your nutrition. It is the hardest part, but if you actually think about it, losing fat is very, very easy. All you have to do is put yourself into a calorie deficit. The hard thing about it is keeping consistent on that diet. That is the only tricky part about it. That's why many people can't get the results they want and they get stressed out, and then they start resulting in using very easy methods of trying to lose weight, which would be fat burners or Herbalife shakes or meal replacements. Just put yourself into a calorie deficit. It's that simple. So there you go. There's 5 tips of what not to do on how to lose weight. If this video did help you out, if you did find it interesting, give this video a big thumbs up for me. It does really help the channel grow. Again, like I said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe as always. Make it happen. Peace!
Keep chasing shadows.